What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button and hit that notification bell. Make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. With this video, we are jumping into our indie comics weekend with Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 2. If you did not catch issue number 1 or King Spawn issue number 1, be sure to check out the links in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with these brand new Spawn lines. Well, they're not relatively new, but in comparison to the old lines, these are new, they're fresh. It's a brand new story that Todd McFarlane has been laying out over the last year or so. And when it comes to Gunslinger Spawn, he finds himself in quite a predicament. Somehow time traveling to the future, not really understanding the world that he has been living in, not understanding anything that has been going on. He runs into a kid that goes by the name of Taylor. As Taylor brings him home, he learns a horrible truth. A truth that is going to get Taylor killed. Gunslinger hiding out off to the side. We see Taylor come running outside, hunted by angels and his own father. That's when Gunslinger Spawn interfered. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we jump into issue number 2, we are jumping right into the fray. Gunslinger Spawn is letting loose and he is putting down some hate on these angels. And we also have to remember that Gunslinger Spawn, he is said to be more or less the weakest version of all the Spawns. And so he has to use everything in his arsenal to be able to win these fights, using the element of surprise. This is one of the only chances he is going to get if he has any hopes of winning against them. With 2 knives, he drives it into the skull of one of these angels, dropping it down to the ground. One of the other angels holding on to Taylor, letting Gunslinger know that he needs to let go of that angel and do it now before Taylor dies. Having no intention of finding angels here, he came here for the Bartlett. He is the one that Gunslinger is truly after, letting them know that they need to pack up and they need to head off before this gets any worse. The angels not backing down. Gunslinger gets hit with a huge blast of energy. As soon as his body hits the ground, another angel is on top of him, driving a spear into his shoulder. They go to finish him off. Gunslinger is able to get to his feet, and he starts unloading into the stomach of this angel. He knows that this will not kill the angel, but it will buy him just a moment of time. The angel yet again threatening Taylor's life. Gunslinger lets it be known that he doesn't even care about that kid, that you can let that kid die. But the truth is, this angel that is in Gunslinger's grasp, these angels do care about her. As he rips one of the wings off, this is like a mark of their armor. Right now, she is never gonna fly again. If he rips off the other wing, this angel will be driven to insanity. As he begins to make his count, these angels quickly release Taylor. Of the 2 wounded angels, Gunslinger says that you can take one of them, taking the wounded angel that he just ripped the wing off of. They take off, and this battle has been won. Of course, this is only a temporary victory. Gunslinger knows that those angels, they're gonna be back. They're gonna want their revenge. And Gunslinger has every intention of getting away from here as quickly as possible. With the one remaining angel, this is where he tries to get some information to try and figure out what the heck is going on. Because it is like every single faction right now is on fire. Everyone is running around acting like the world is about to end. Gunslinger believing he is not the only one that was dragged from a different timeline. The angel lets him know that Spawn did all of this. Of course, Gunslinger, he doesn't believe this just yet, because hell doesn't give away this kind of power. The angel telling him that he is wrong. Spawn has this power, and now everybody is mobilizing to stop him. That is why they came to the Bartlett's group, to try and buddy up, team up, so they can take down Spawn. As he is getting all of this information, he takes a huge shotgun blast to the back. as it blows through his front. As he stumbles, trying to maintain his balance, the angel sees an opportunity, grabbing hold of a spear and shoving it right through the chest of Gunslinger, looking like Gunslinger might finally meet his fate. Taylor is freaking out. He is trying to figure out what is happening. Just learning about angels, just learning about Gunslinger, and now his father more or less was going to let him be killed, as he begs for his father to stop all of this craziness, to stop this angel for hurting Gunslinger, the one person that was actually there helping him. We see Taylor jump onto the back of the angel, and while he is not very effective, the one thing he does do is gives Gunslinger that slight opportunity, the one chance. Gunslinger, he takes it, grabs both of the wings of this angel, and rips them straight off of its back. Before he can get any more information out of this angel, Taylor's father puts a bullet in the angel's head, trying to tell Taylor's father to truly let him know what you are. Let him know what your family has always been, corrupting and poisoning the minds of others, just like they did to his sister. As Taylor is freaking out, trying to figure out what the heck is going on and what Gunslinger is actually talking about, Taylor lets him know that you need to shut your mouth before I put one in your head like I did your mother. With this, Taylor loses it. He had believed that his mother had simply left. She had never called, never messaged, never nothing, not knowing this whole time that his father is responsible for his mother's death. Gunslinger telling Taylor that he needs to kill his father, that he needs to pull the trigger before he kills both you and me. But Taylor is unable to do so. Dropping the gun from his hand, his father takes that gun and he points it directly at his son, letting him know that that is the biggest mistake he will ever make in his life. In those few seconds that it takes the father to move his gun, Gunslinger grabbing some knives and thrusting it right into the back of Taylor's father's head. And while Taylor, he may be upset, at least for the time being, Gunslinger says that he is gonna get over it. After a long night of talking, Taylor finally comes to the realization that Gunslinger was the only one who truly had his back. Exhausted from this ordeal, Taylor, he tries to get some sleep. He tries to get some rest, but this is when Gunslinger screams his name. Running into the bathroom, Gunslinger is trying to figure out why there is a freaking toilet inside the house. Why you would have an outhouse inside. Not understanding septic, not understanding city sewage, not understanding any of this. And while Taylor, he does his best to try and explain all of this to him, he has dealt with far too much today to even try to explain how the septic systems work, how the sewage systems all operate. Gunslinger making sure that Taylor's father is still not outside. Taylor dealt with that a little bit earlier by burying him and putting a cross on his grave. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So far, Gunslinger Spawn has been a ton of fun, being brought back from the 1850s. He finds himself in a world that he truly does not understand. And come to find out, Spawn, Al Simmons, he is the one responsible. And now every single faction is coming down on him like an iron fist. And these angels, they are simply the beginning of what is about to come. I really do enjoy all of this because it is a lot of fun. It is very interesting, the story is very well written out, and while it is definitely packed full of action, you have those small moments of comedic relief, like him not understanding why there is an outhouse inside the house, not understanding the future as a whole. I'm sure that we are going to see plenty more of these moments. Add the fact that he simply cannot read into the mix, and he is going to be struggling in this new world. Now this episode, this video, it's a little bit short. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to start doing volumes, where I do like maybe issues like 1 through 5, 5 through 10, etc, etc. At least until we get caught up with the main series on where they currently are. Let me know what you guys think about that. I might start doing doing that with our indie comics, with our Once and Future, King Spawn, so on and so forth. If that is something that you guys would like, let me know once we get caught up on all of our Marvel and DC. I might do that if enough people are really game for it and they want those longer videos. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the super thanks button. If you can't do that, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.